Hi Cancer, welcome to 8 of Cups Tarot. Welcome to your love reading for mid-November to end of December. So we're looking at energies that are probably pretty chaotic right now. Like I said, November is going to create a huge shift and probably an element of surprise, especially looking at these cards. And I think there's a dab of karmic justice in there as well, especially for you, Cancer. I feel like you're about to get some relief, yet there seems to be one kind of rather hard lesson that you've been going through in 2020 that seems to creep up. And like I've been telling everybody, there's karmic elements happening in the next couple of months and through eclipse season, where the universe is kind of testing us. Now, Saturn is getting ready to leave your 7th house of partnership and move on to your 8th. That means experiences are going to become very different. Life is probably going to become very different, but it will become easier. It will not feel so heavy much longer. And for that, we should all celebrate. For your energy, Cancer, you're coming out with the Justice card and the Guardian of Swords. Now I see the Justice card, and especially because it comes out with the Separation card, I think you might be going through a situation with either an ex returning. It doesn't necessarily have to be the ex coming back together with you, maybe just conversations occurring, situations from the past coming up, most likely with somebody that you feel separated from at this time. Either you are together but maybe living in different places, or broken up completely, maybe haven't seen each other in years. However, that Justice card is a funny card because it's indicative of you knowing that you ultimately will get what you deserve. Now, I like that energy because it doesn't necessarily mean there's expectations. And I think that's how the Justice card has to be looked at. If you are not seeing justice in that way, it might hit a little bit harder. Now, I say that because of this Guardian of Swords. There seems to be an element of communication, an element of truth, but also an element of isolation here as well. With this Guardian of Swords, I feel a little bit of a standoff. Now, I say this because your person's first 2 cards is that of the King of Swords and the Sun, and the way that this lays out, the King of Swords and the Justice card tells me that your person might be bringing in an element of truth to you this month. Now, it might be one of those things where you say to yourself, well, I knew they would come back, right? It could be an element of you have been waiting for an apology of some sort, or a conversation or an explanation, and this person shows up to deliver some sort of truth, which brings you justice. Now, like I said, we've learned from 2020 that we can't choose other people's paths for them, right? We're learning the art of letting go and letting be, surrendering. However, like I said, there's a karmic element to this month where you're kind of confronted with some things that you may have really wanted in the past. And maybe they come back around, and maybe it is you that is delivering the karmic justice. With this King of Swords, I see somebody who is really taking a look at their life. King of Swords is emotionally detached a little bit. Could represent an Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. It could represent somebody who's really in their head at this time. Kind of really in some reflective modes. I feel like the King of Swords is kind of looking at his life in a whole, or her life, and saying, what really makes me happy? What do I really want? What do I really want to experience in this life? Now, the Guardian of Swords. Well, King of Swords, like I said, here's a card of Leo, the card of yes. It's always a yes. This is always a blessing. I feel like this person sees you as their blessing. They see you as their happiness, and it may not have been this way. Maybe you have broken up. Maybe life has moved on. I don't know why, but intuitively I'm picking up a long amount of time without communication. And something seems to be lighting this King of Swords up. Nostalgia, memories, kind of stepping into a new vision for their life, a new direction. The sun can oftentimes indicate a new direction, something better suited and more authentic. Their card is that of religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. King of Swords is not an essence of commitment. There's an emotional detachment with the King of Swords. And it's not so conducive to the type of love that Cancer is known for. You know, it's not cuddly, it's not warm or super affectionate, which oftentimes Cancers aren't either. But you might feel a little bit of an emotional imbalance. You may be wishing or wanting that this person could kind of emotionally warm up or get in touch with their deeper feelings and desires. And that may be what's coming to play here, this Guardian of Swords with the Sun card. This feels like truth about what makes them happy. It feels like it could be apologies. It could be freeing for this person to finally divulge some sort of information to you. That's how I see this, as information. Now, current energies. Well, you know what? Let me go to this Oracle card first. I'm sorry. Card number 18, Serendipity. Justice, King of Swords, Serendipity, religious factors. This feels like a soulmate. Here lies the problem, Cancer. And I think this is for both of you. It feels like there is a bigger reason why you've met, why you're in each other's lives, why maybe you can't let each other go. Serendipity is that feeling of knowing each other. And it does have a lot about signs. Maybe both of you are kind of wondering, like, what was that all about? Why was that such a profound experience? And why can I not let go of this person if it wasn't ultimately meant to be? I actually want to read this card to you. Card number 18, breaking down to a 9. I see a lot of cycles ending here. I feel like more so your person is closing some stuff out. Spirit has a plan, and that plan is to place you in front of the right person at the right time. You have met or are about to meet someone vitally important to your journey. Someone Spirit wants to bring into your life. Only divine forces can plan this meeting. It is out of your hands. Pay attention to the signs that Spirit presents. Now, here's the thing about those signs. The current energy for you is that of a Three of Wands. So, maybe communication has opened. Things have been said. There are feelings on the table. And you, Cancer, seem to be waiting for the next move. Three of Wands means that your sight is set on something that you desire, yet you're accepting that it is out of your control, meaning you can't force it, you can't make it get here any faster. It's kind of like being at the mercy of divine timing, serendipity. The right person will appear at the right time. Maybe this isn't an ex coming back. Maybe this is you feeling lonely, wondering, when is that person going to get here? And that, Spirit says that for all the heartache, for all the pain that you've endured through this lifetime, through the disappointments of relationships, there will be justice. There will be a reason for it all. And that they're working on it. They're setting it up. The problem is your person is that of the High Priestess in reverse. Couple different things here. The universe might be nudging this person back towards you or to you for the first time, but they do not seem to be picking up the cues, meaning they're resisting their intuition. They might be a little bit unaligned. King of Swords, like I said, can be very up in their head, very mental, being very logical, plotting things out. If I do this or if I say this, then that will happen. And there's a lot of worry and a lot of concern. And so their inner self, their higher being, their soul is being a little bit drowned out by all of the noise. There are opportunities here. Beneath both these cards is the Oracle card of happiness. I am aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. And I think that is a little bit of a mental test for all of us. Right now, where we are has to be okay. If we want to create the future, we have to be okay with the right now. Right? You don't want to create what's coming for you out of the acknowledgement that you don't have. And that can happen sometimes with the Three of Wands. You could become super hyper focused on what isn't there yet, what isn't happening, why aren't they showing up, why aren't they calling, why aren't they texting. You could create more anxiety, more fear, more tension, and more separateness in that mindset. So happiness is a reminder that if you are happy and content with where you are in life at this time, the universe will continue to give you happiness and contentment. You don't have to hold on so tightly to those things that you desire. It doesn't have to be this thing where if you don't have this in your life right now, you simply can't go on. There are other areas of your life to work on. There are other things that you can do in the meantime. Your finances, your career, your other relationships, your friendships. There's a dozen things that you can do while you're waiting for your person to get things going. Now, I do have to say your person's going through some stuff, okay? I'm not so sure this is going to be a quick journey. I'm not so sure that any kind of coming back together or meeting is going to happen right away. So you're going to have to be a little bit patient. Now, next to this Three of Wands is the Star. And I love this energy for you because it's so zen. It's so healing. And what it is healing in you is the desire in itself. The Star card is authentic. It's being happy with who you are. It's loving your body, loving yourself, loving your skin, loving your soul. It's being who you are unapologetically, living your life unapologetically. And the universe is kind of telling you now that your happiness is in your own hands. And it shouldn't depend on anybody else. The whole point of the Star is that it's kind of on its own, right? It's that thing that stands out amongst all the others. And I think this is a reminder, Cancer, for you to kind of see yourself in that light, to kind of embrace yourself. Because once you start to see those qualities in yourself, the people around you begin to see them too. It's inevitable. People are completely different when they love themselves. People are completely different when they're accepting of who they are. When you let go of other people's opinions and other people's expectations. A lot of that comes from this religious factors card. There's a lot of expectations. What do others expect of me? And I think at the end of our life, no matter how old we are, I think we're faced with all those things that we did because we needed to make other people happy. And that's probably where we get a whole lot of regrets. I wish I could have done this, but I had all these other things going on and I could never really do that thing that I really loved. And right now is an opportunity, Cancer, for you to do the things that you really love. Might mean that that one thing that you really want to happen might not happen right now. But a lot of other really awesome miracles can occur. And if your person is in the High Priestess, resisting their intuition, resisting their inner guidance to come towards you, it probably doesn't have anything to do with you at all. Now here, let me get into their energy a little bit. We have the High Priestess in reverse and the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups always talks about guilt, shame, remorse, regret. It's not a really pleasant place to be. Kind of looking at all the failures, all the places that you've let yourself down or you let other people down, and I think that your person is kind of going through it. I think they're resisting this period of having to really look at themselves, having to really look at their lives, the decisions they've made. Your person may have made a lot of decisions in order to please other people as well. Now, another thing that I see with this High Priestess in reverse and the Five of Cups is there are probably secrets. And in order for this person to move towards their happiness, some stuff might kind of have to come out. And I feel like there's a lot of discomfort here for your person. Now, the thing about the High Priestess in reverse is that it's only a matter of time. You can only escape it for so long. The Five of Cups will have to be dealt with. The Five of Cups will have to come out in the open. And any resisting is kind of resisting the next cycle. Five of Cups, and the World card. Your person has to end something. They might have to end something with a karmic partner. They might have to wrap up a karmic cycle. They might have to maybe step away from some relationships. You know, if this is like a religious or a political factor, maybe they can't be with you because of something like that. It means that they have to close that part of their life out, that part of their life that dictates what they can and can't do, what they can't and can love. And I always think when I see the World card, it is a feeling of self-acceptance. It is that moment when you finally decide that this is your life. You only have one shot. And you got to let go of the things that don't make you happy. The things that keep you in the Five of Cups, thinking about all the things that you could have had and all the things you don't have. That's got to come to an end for this person. And so I think the separation will take a little bit longer. But you, Cancer, as your person is struggling to end karmic ties and karmic relationships and karmic cycles, you have the tendency to feel trapped. Again, more of this waiting, feeling isolated, forcing isolation on yourself, having to deal with a sense of loss, not getting your way. Eight of Swords is kind of intense, as all the eights are. They're deeply intense. But Eight of Swords is like all of that anxiety and all of that, I need to control it, and you don't. You don't have to control it. You don't have to force it. It doesn't have to happen right now. And if you are in this Eight of Swords, trapped in a situation you can't release yourself from, it is a choice. It is completely and 100% your choice to be there. Now, it's okay to step into it. It's okay in the star, in the healing process that you're in. It's okay to understand that. But you simply can't stay there. Overall energy on your side is the Death card with the Six of Wands. And this is what I'm saying. You're stepping into whole new cycles here. You have to let this go for the time being. You have to let it play out. You have to let your person take care of some business. And in the meantime, your soul is learning how to walk away, how to let go, how to release the grasp, and how to stop needing something to happen. And the Six of Wands means there will be victory, and it probably means that as soon as you are able to let go and your person is able to let go, things will come together rather quickly. But the process of getting there is going to take some work, courage, persistence. Six of Wands is the energy of somebody who is coming back from a war, and they are a hero. And this may have been your own personal battle, but you're going to come back here with dignity and pride. You made the right decisions. You made the right decisions for yourself at the time, meaning you didn't sit and wait around for anybody, and you didn't stop living. The Death card is transmuting the loss into a win. Along those lines of that ending that karmic cycle, your person has the World card with the Ten of Wands and the Four of Cups. They are probably in a situation where they are not happy, discontent. This isn't what I signed up for. They're almost at the end of the journey. They will end this cycle, but it will take time. 10 of Wands is that there's something they have to complete, a process, a life lesson, a karmic contract, a soul contract with someone else. They have to complete this. And if they don't complete this the right way, and you do get back together with them, you will have to live out this karma as well. It will just be repeated. That's how karma goes. That's why you go through phases in your life where you feel like you continually date the same person at different phase, having the same experience, the same issue. Oh my God, this is the same reason I broke up with the last 4 people. That's a cycle of karma that has to come to an end. So if you want this to work out because you really truly feel like this is your person, your one, and the universe is lining this up, they're not going to line it up for you when you're not in the right energy. Your person has to do the work. Now, the overall bottom of the deck is this could be the one. I see that as either you leaving this behind, letting it go and accepting that it's over and embracing a new life, and somebody comes in. I see a new love coming in. And I also say that because below that card is new love. Or it can be a brand new start with this person, but it has to be a clean slate. Oracle card number 30, breaking down to a 3. 3s are magical creative numbers, and you are in a magical creative state, Cancer, which is why I'm telling you to not waste all of this potential feeling trapped because you can't be with the person you love. This is embrace life anyways. Embrace the things that you do have and love them. I'm going to read this card to you as well. Grasshopper spirit, take a leap of faith. Right now, you are poised to jump into the next level of your life and move forward into something even better than you could have ever imagined. When grasshopper spirit appears, it is a fortuitous time to take a leap into the unknown, for grasshopper spirit represents the innovative spirit that says, why not? You are being called to trust that this is the right time to go with that idea, relationship, or situation. Take risks, for abundance in all forms will show up for you. Wondrous things await when grasshopper spirit appears. You are not going to go backwards, so listen to your intuition rather than your fearful ego that resists any change and clings worriedly to what was. Luck is on your side. Jump up and forward with confidence, for spirit has so much in store for you if you only take the leap of faith. All right, Cancer. Awesome reading, man. Just don't let anything hold you back this month. You know, if it's meant to be, it'll happen in the right time. If it's not meant to be, then the worst thing that happens is you go on living your life and you stumble into the person that truly is the one. It's not such a bad thing. All right, Cancer, I'm going to leave it there. I will be back in a couple of weeks for your December reading, and I love you so much. Thanks. Bye.